Okay, this is what I was trying to say. Sometimes it's easier just to make a damn tutorial than try to type it out. Just trying to track this guy. And I was picking like this point, and I was trying to pick this point, and I tried to select his whole head, and for whatever reason it wouldn't track. Here, I'll show you. I'll just make this doohickey like right there, and that doohickey right there. And I was trying these all different sizes. I was trying it really long, like this, and whatever. It just didn't matter what I did. It just wouldn't track it, and it was pretty strange. So I'll track forward and I'll show you what happened. It just goes everywhere. And you know, I tried doing it here and adjusting it like that back in there. I tried going frame by frame. Why ain't it going frame by frame? Well, whatever. It just wouldn't track that damn area. Now, if you take this and you actually, these effects might still be on here. Let me see. Effect, color correction, black and white. Now, I don't know if you know anything about converting to black and white, but we're looking at this. We want this to be white, and this area is kind of, I call it a V, this V-neck, to be white, and this area to be black, so we have a good contrast. So we just mess with the colors, and it's hard to see, but when I turn the reds up, this does get brighter. Watch, I'll turn the reds down, and the white part gets duller. So I want to turn the reds up and the yellows up. That way it gives me a nice bright area of good contrast right here to track, and we could just slam everything else down. Hopefully we can darken his jacket a little bit, but I don't think that's really going to matter. So we convert this to black and white, and I also have a contrast layer on here with the contrast turned all the way up. That's with it down, and this is the contrast all the way up. So now I have a nice, better area to track. And let me start over from the beginning. So we're still tracking the original GIF, and I go to track motion, and I stick it in the same spot. But you see, it's already doing what I was trying to explain. It's tracking it in color, and it's just not going to work because it doesn't keep those black and white settings. So I'm going to press play, and you see it just, well, actually that's the best tracking it had, but it's still, I guess that's okay. That worked pretty good. Nope, it's off. It's still off, but it is a little bit better. So what I did was I made a second composition. This one is called Sad Giphy. Let me take off the effects. This one's called Sad Giphy, as you see right here, and this is called Sad Giphy 2. And I did the same thing. I put a black and white and a brightness contrast. So I go back to Sad Giphy, and I added that composition. So I added Sad Giphy 2 to Sad Giphy, and I'm assuming you know how to do that. You just go here into your project files and just drag Sad Giphy 2. So now we're going to be tracking a composition, not a video layer, but the composition makes up a video layer, so we kind of are. I don't know, maybe I did or didn't explain that right. But now we go back to track motion, and we plop this thing on here, and we're tracking it in black and white. You can see, oh shit, I screwed up my my tracking point. Okay, I don't know why it's not taking that. There we go. Now I got it good. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. I'm looking at this tiny little doohickey right there, the crosshair, or whatever the hell it's called. Crosshair, I guess. And we're just going to track that point. And now you see when I track it, it tracks it, I'm assuming, perfectly. I'm not going to check every frame, but you can see that it stays on that V-neck now. So yeah, that's what I was trying to show you, that even if you take the sad Giphy GIF and let me go back to the composition and make it black and white with contrast, when you go to track it, it tracks it in color. Actually, why is it tracking it now in... Oh, I see why, I see why. Okay, sad Giphy GIF, it's tracking it in color. It's not tracking it in black and white, so I don't have those good contrast adjustments on it. And when you track the composition, let me go back to here, you see we're tracking it with you know, damn good contrast right there. So let me pick that sad Giphy 2, and you can see where we can track it much better than the color version.